What's going on, world? It is I, Timmésha, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. Listen, welcome to our community because turning pain into power is sexy. I am your host and creator of this here, our community. And for those of you who have been subscribed here for some time, thank you for being here. I'm glad to know that what I have to share speaks with you on a deeper, intrinsic, spiritual, otherworldly level. And for those of you who have not subscribed yet, you probably will by the end of this cast. I have got something to share, which obviously you guys know when I come here. You ladies know, you all know that when I come here, it's because I've got something to say. And because I'm doing my best to keep these videos as succinct as possible, I'm going to jump right in. Let's go. Here's what they don't tell you about healing. Here's what they don't tell you about turning your pain into power, from pain to purpose, from pain to mission, from being down in the dumps to rising like a phoenix through the ashes. Here's what they don't tell you about the science and the art of alchemy. This is why I've created our community. Here we go. They don't tell you that sometimes there's no such thing as getting over something. Sometimes you've got to get through it. You've got to go through it in order to get to the other side. There are some pains in our lives, whether that be mental, physical, spiritual, emotional things that we go through that some of you will never be able to get over. Now, this is not bad news because what I have to share with you is going to help you shift and alchemize your pain into power. But let me give you the revelation as to why I say this. So I've been doing Pilates for some years off and on, and I've recently been back on Pilates, and I do it from home. I don't go to the gym or anything like that. I feel like I'm in my best shape when I work out at home. But I've been doing Pilates for some years. And for those of you that follow me on social media, you'll see that I visited a chiropractor. And the reason I decided to visit a chiropractor is because I've been experiencing these intense lower back pains. And for those of us who have been on this spiritual journey for some time, we know that the lower portion of our bodies, our backs, is our root chakra, where our sacral and root chakra is. Now, the root chakra is responsible for our security in life. It's responsible for our stability in life. The root chakra is the chakra that is most affected when we experience sexual trauma. It's the chakra that's most affected when you have experienced poverty, when you have experienced just going through hard times, okay? Your root chakra is most affected. And if you've been on this journey for some time with me, you know that has been my path. When I say been my path, meaning I have been unemployed. When 2020 hit, baby, I was no exception, okay? I've been on food stamps several times in my life. I was on unemployment several times in my life. When I say several, I mean I've probably gotten on food stamps about 4 or 5 times in my life. I've had to take out unemployment about 4 or 5 times in my life. I was completely without work for years, even up until, so when 2020 happened, even up until 2023 is when I found employment working from home, but it still wasn't enough to cover the bills. I had to roommate with my sister, and just I've gone through all of the traumas that you can think about that affect the root chakra, and that has shown up in my body, which is why I created our community, which is why I wrote the book Activate: Unorthodox Philosophies that Explore Anxiety, Depression, and Suicidal Thoughts as Symptoms of Suppressed Superpower. You can get your copy in paperback and ebook on Amazon if you like, or you can order directly from me and I can inscribe it for you. You can do that through my website, timmeshaburgess.com. So I visited the chiropractor and I've been doing Pilates. I actually just finished doing Pilates. And as I'm making my way through it, I'm always feeling my lower back. It's always so tight, and there's so much burning pain when I'm twisting and doing lower ab workouts, where you have to lie on the floor and you're lifting your legs, those type of workouts. I'm experiencing these intense pains. And I was asking myself, I was like, okay, I have been working out for years. I know the work that I've done and continue to do to keep all of my chakras, but especially my root chakra, in balance. It's not an overnight thing. It is a practice. It's an everyday practice. And me saying that there are some things you just don't get over, that you have to get through, this revelation came up as I'm doing Pilates, because I was feeling some kind of way, y'all. I was feeling like, what the hell? Why am I still experiencing so much pain in my lower back, i.e. root chakra? Why is there so much, why is it still so tight? My root chakra and my left hip. And so I decided to go to the chiropractor, because for some time it's got increasingly worse. And when I say worse, meaning just over the past 5 or 6 years, I'm sure it started some time back, but you don't really pay attention like you should. We don't really pay attention to our bodies like we should. And you think, oh, maybe I just slept wrong, it'll go away. But I said, okay, I've got to go to the chiropractor now and just make sure. So I went, and, x-rays were done and all that type of stuff. Even with my primary physician, things were done. And, everything is healthy. Everything looks well. But they could see that there is misalignment in my body. They could clearly see that my right hip is higher than my left hip. And they could feel the tightness in my body. And so that was my first visit, and I plan to continue to go until, I don't have to go as often. But I'm saying, I'm sharing this because as I'm doing my Pilates, I was feeling some kind of way, like, damn, why is there still tightness? And what my spirit shared with me is, it's not necessarily that you heal every aspect of whatever has caused trauma in your life or in your body or even in your mind. What happens is you get stronger. And I know this because when I'm doing Pilates or any workout that I'm feeling, pressure in my lower back, I push through it. I push through it because my mind is stronger. I'm shaking and I'm dripping sweat and I'm squinching my face due to the intense pain that I'm feeling. But that is a part of turning pain into power, is by strengthening ourselves, right? And so I know some people have this notion, especially when it comes to women, about this idea of living the soft life. We're not talking about that. When it comes to your healing and your body and your mind, right? There are some things you have got to use muscle for. You have got to be able to discern when to be in your softness and when to use your muscle, or else you're going to develop muscle atrophy, right? Mentally, spiritually, emotional, physical muscle atrophy. And so again, it's not necessarily that things get easier. We just get stronger. We just get more resilient. We just get more beautiful. We just get more sexy. We just get smarter. We get wiser, right? We get hip to the game. We get a little bit more clever. That is how you turn pain into power. Because let me tell you something. Pains and going through things will never, ever go away. Not as long as you are a human being on this planet. The power, though, the activation is learning how to turn whatever pains you into something that empowers you. That is the true game of life. That is winning. That is alchemy. That is how you activate your superpower. And I'm only able to share this because I'm going through these experiences with you all. I've gone through them and I continue to go through them. I continue to be enlightened on my own journey. My ideas and philosophies continue to evolve as I evolve. And so just waking up to this truth, like, damn, I'm feeling this pain in my back. And I'm like, it hasn't subsided. It has not subsided. I've just gotten stronger. That's what it is. And that's what muscle is. When you're working, I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a personal trainer, but I've done a lot of research. I've done enough research to understand just the basics that when you are working out, specifically when you're working your muscles, the idea and the goal is for your muscles to get stronger, right? It's for you to get stronger. It's for your body to get stronger so that what? We can be more optimal in our day-to-day lives, so that we can be fully functional in our day-to-day lives, so that we can stretch higher, reach higher, stand taller, go longer, walk longer, so that we can be resilient, right? So I just wanted to share that there are some things that we, as beings on this planet, are never meant to get over, but we are meant to get through it, to walk through it, and to be strengthened by it. So anyway, I hope this resonates with those of you it's meant for. I told y'all I was going to make these succinct. Stay tuned for more casts coming in the future, more messages coming in the future, more content coming in the future. Again, get your copy of Activate. It's on Amazon. Get your merch. Fear of Feminine Power is a mental disorder, as well as Pussy Power, Poose Power. As you all know, I am a certified comprehensive sexuality educator. And a lot of the information that I share is centered around sexuality education as it relates to our spiritual evolution, as it relates to our mental health, as it relates to our personal development. Listen, y'all, I do not teach sex, okay? I can't tell you how to turn your partner on. Well, I can, but it's not my forte. There are people out there that do that. Go and find them. As a matter of fact, I can recommend some folks to you. But that's not what I do, okay? I focus on the spiritual and personal development aspect of sexuality education, meaning, like I just shared, information about the root chakra, activating that, awakening that, strengthening that, turning that on so that our lives and our bodies can evolve. And we always begin at the root of the thing, i.e. the root chakra. So anyway, that's all I want to share. I'm going to go now. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it as well with those you think it will resonate with, and make sure you leave me a comment. I love hearing from y'all. Thank you to my new subscribers. I see you. Hey, I see you. Thank you for being here. And for those of you who are newly, on the alchemy bandwagon, welcome to the colony. I'm your queen bee, Timmésha Burgess, that is. Anyway, I'll talk with y'all in the next cast. Ciao for now. Mwah.